Hi everyone! In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a React card slider using Swiper.js and CSS animations. This slider is likely to be a great option to showcase different content such as movies, series, blogs, or news. Let's get started. After creating the React project and starting the development server, I uploaded the images to the public folder. I also created card slider and CSS files in the source folder. Let's start with the index.js. Here we import React and React DOM to render the app. We're also importing the app component that we'll create next. Then we set up the root of the application and render it with React strict mode. We don't need these, so I delete them. Here we import the card slider component containing the whole slider. We return the card slider inside a div. Let's move on to the main part. Now I install Swiper using the terminal. After installing it, I start the development server again. Now I select Swiper React for getting Swiper React components easily. Now we import React, Swiper, and Swiper Slide along with the necessary CSS files. And the pagination module from Swiper. Last, I import the style CSS. In the card slider component, we set up the Swiper slider. I add main and container class to center the slider and color the background. Now I'm adding the modules to enable the clickable dots for easier navigation between slides. We use several props to customize it. This sets the initial slide to the third one. Centered slide centers the active slide. This property sets the number of visible slides based on the container size. Slide to clicked slide allows the user to click on a slide to make it active. Clickable adds pagination bullets that are clickable. I also set up breakpoints to control the space between slides for different screen sizes. You can adjust these according to your project. Each Swiper slide contains the slide content. By the way, we've added the Slide1 class to the first slide. For example, the first slide shows the series The Bear. We include the title, a score, a short description, and the genres. We use style to create a cool staggered animation effect for these genre tags. I apply the same structure to the other slides, so I'm going through these parts quickly. Don't forget to add class like slide 2 for the second slide, slide 3 for the third slide, and so on. These are important for the images we will put on the slides. And finally, I'm adding the swiper pagination. I prefer CSS for the style and some animations. First, I import Google Fonts. I think Poppins font works for text, score, and genre tags, and Sunflower font for the titles. We use Flexbox to center the slider and set the background color. The slides have a specific width, height, and background image. Each slide in the slider has a different background image. The images are centered and cover the entire slide area. I align the title at the bottom with Flexbox and set padding for spacing. When a slide becomes active, the title fades out with a delay. The content will be overlaid with the semi-transparent black gradient. So we can enhance the readability of text over the image. When a slide is active, the content becomes visible with a fade-in effect. The fade-in effect draws attention to the content, creating a smooth and engaging user experience. The score displays the IMDb rating and is positioned in a circular badge in the top right corner of the slide. The score fades in when the slide is active. The text block is styled with a border on the left side and padding. When the slide is active, the text block fades in with the heading and paragraph. When a slide becomes active, IMDb score, title, text, and genres appear with animations. Each genre has semi-transparent background and rounded corners. In this way, we visually separate and categorize the genres. If the slide is active, each tag shows up one after the other using the transition delay property. This way all the tags won't pop at the same time. We add a smooth transition to make the animations look clean. We style the pagination bullets, making the active bullet larger and changing its color. In this way, the pagination bullets can be easily visible and user-friendly. When styling the active pagination bullet, we make it visually distinct. So it is highlighted to indicate the current slide, improving navigation and user experience in the slider. Finally, I add the media queries to make the slider responsive. And that's it! We've built a React card slider with Swiper.js and CSS animations. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest tutorials. Thanks for watching.